Are you that kind of person who always waits for others' messages to come first? You wait and wait for their message to come. Even though you can send a message, you constantly watch your phone, but you can't bring yourself to write that first text. This is not what you think. Laziness or you don't care about it. There is a reason, a psychology behind your action, why you can't bring yourself to send the hit button. Stick with me. Before this video ends, you will get your answer why you do this. So, the first reason, let's be honest, this is the most common thing of them all, that we don't know what to say to them. We are puzzled. Some great overthinkers called psychologists have found this. Usually, they don't have anything to say, or they don't know what to say. You may have gone through this experience where you overthink your response, or you might have felt that you're not getting the right words. Give it a thought to what I just said. Now listen, when someone messages you first, they have already given a context to reply on. They have done their share of the deed. Now all you have to do is reply, but you have to do it from scratch. That's something that will need some mental fuel. There is a great cognitive psychologist named Daniel Kahneman, who says in his book, Thinking Fast and Slow, really an interesting book. So he says that we have two brain systems, System 1 and System 2. And this doing is of, yes, you guessed it right, System 2.
Starting a conversation from the start needs mental focus, and your brain is best at its job. That is, of course, man overthinks. He always thinks, what if I said the wrong thing? What if my message is boring? What if they think I am some weirdo who thinks Gotham City needs him? But you get the point. So instead of risking, you don't text at all. But the longer you wait, the harder it gets. So the solution is very simple. Just don't overthink about it. Say what you want to. It's always better to be real than to fake something. Now you know what to do. Let's jump on to the next number 2. And this one is for real. This happens because you want to protect yourself from rejection. There is another great overthinker psychologist, Geraldine Downey. He discovered something called rejection sensitivity. It happens when your brain interprets even small things, such as not replying immediately, as total rejection. But do you think the other person is flashing a what anyway? And there, things get wilder, man. Studies show that people who are rejection sensitive, when they get ignored in text, our brain takes that signal as being in physical pain. That's our meta brain. So what you do is try to avoid what your brain experiences as getting hurt by waiting for the other person to message first. This forces your brain to act as they care before you risk that pain. It's a protection strategy your brain developed, maybe from past experiences where you reached out to someone and you got brutally ignored. But this behavior can lead to major long-term issues. The more you avoid the issue, the more power that issue has over you. It will make you isolate, and eventually, people will also stop trying to reach out to you. So chin up and believe, man. Life is too short to have such an overprotection layer. Just chill, go out, express yourself, text that girl you like, send that draft to that client, do that shit, and trust me on this. You will be more alive than ever. Okay, then let's move on to the next point, number 3. This one is a bit interesting because it's more about control. Psychologists, by now you know what to call them, say this thing as dominance strategy. In this, you see relationships as a transaction of give and take. They text you, then you text them. It's not like you are playing some mind game. This is just a behavior where you might have believed that control means safety. Maybe you grew up in a rough environment and learned that being the responder, not the initiator, gave you power over when and how you engage. But in today's culture, where everything is moving fast and people expect quick responses, this strategy can backfire. People can sense that you are holding back. This might look like an insult to their effort. The person trying to stay in control ends up alone. The solution is list down who are your priority and who matters to you, and try not to play such strategy with these people. And you might ask, what about the rest? Well, you know what to do. And here comes the fourth one. Well, this is a bit complicated. This is where our hustle culture comes up. You are overwhelmed and stressed. Getting a bunch of texts throughout the day can be a major source of stress. You might feel scared to read your messages or feel pressured to respond right away. After scrolling for an hour, answering emails, dealing with your boss, and trying to figure out what to eat for dinner, with all these things going on, it fries your brain completely. And on top of that, starting a new conversation feels like one more task. So you wait and tell yourself, maybe tomorrow I will text her, but that later never comes. You're at the end of the day, you are already exhausted from all the tasks. For this problem, I want you to give your solution in the comments. And finally, we are reaching the end game, the last of them all. This one might actually explain you better than anything else. You might have developed an avoidant attachment style. Research by some nerd, Druin and Landgraf, suggests that people with this attachment pattern tend to text their romantic partners far less because they need more time to process emotional interactions. Here's what usually happens. While someone with an anxious attachment style texts frequently and keeps a close eye on their phone, you instinctively distance yourself. That dynamic creates a difficult cycle. The more anxiously attached person reaches out, the more you withdraw. And according to a 2017 study by Halpern and Katz, there's an unexpected twist. Increased texting actually predicts more conflict and less intimacy over time. So if you rarely text first and lean avoidant, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It simply means your nervous system needs more room. Just remember, communicating that need is healthier than going silent and leaving others unsure of what's happening. So yes, you are not some weirdo who wears underwear on pants. Let me share a secret no one talks about. Not texting first doesn't make you a bad person, but if it's causing you to lose your relationships that you actually care about, and sitting the whole day wondering that someone will call you, text you, then wake up to reality. How can you expect someone to reach out to you if you yourself cannot do this? So the question remains, are you choosing this consciously, or is it fear, stress, or some past trauma? Because once you understand this, you can decide if you want to change or if you're perfectly fine with it. If this helped you learn something new or helped you understand your texting behavior, hit that subscribe button. And in here, I will explain psychology with some humor, even though it feels like. And final request, comment down. Greatness is within you.